Hello everyone, my name is Shashwat Pandey and I am a third year CSE student. Today I will be walking you through my solution for the ShelfX full stack internship technical assessment. So I was given 5 tasks to choose from and I chose task 5, which is a feedback collection tool. So the project allows users to anonymously submit feedback for products or events or anything. So while providing administrators with tools to view and analyze this data. So let me first explain my tech choices. I use Laravel 12 and Inertia.js for the front end and back end, and I did not use the traditional REST API because Laravel provided me with the Inertia, which acted as a bridge between Laravel and the React. So I'll explain why I made this architectural decision a bit later. So let's look at what the user will see when he'll try to submit a feedback. Now this feedback could be of anything, a product, a service, an event or anything. Uh, so the so the administrator is so the administrator has the uh, ability to change it and modify it according to anything, any type of feedback that he wants to take. So when the user logs in and this doesn't require logging in. When the user visits a feedback form, which starts with dash f dash and the slug of the feedback form. Let's suppose the first question is what is your name, and I type in Shashwat Pandey and I'll continue. I can type in my email and I'll say I'm very happy, and I'll say I'm going to buy an active wear from Nike and submit feedback. So I'll get a thank you page after this, and if I want to submit another response, I can click on this. So now let's move to the dashboard area. So I'm currently logged in, but I'll just log out to show the authentication functionality over here. So let's log out. We could register, but I have already registered, so I'll just log in and so after logging, I will be greeted with this dashboard page. I'm currently working on the analytics part, which I'll add in a further update. But for now, every data that we require is going to be in the My Forms page. So this is the form that we actually created over here, which I was just submitting. And to view this form, to see the questions that we have added, we can click on this View Form button and will be taken to this form. Now this is a security measure that I added for data integrity. So the form has received responses. Now after receiving responses, the administrator cannot change these questions. So I cannot add a question, I cannot modify a question or delete a question. That's because that would be not good for the data integrity part. So let's create a new form, and I'll name this form feedback form for form for UI of website, and let's say help us improve our UI. And if I create this form, here it is. We can now view this form and add questions. So currently we have 0 questions. One more thing, until and unless we add a minimum of one question, the form will remain a draft. So if I try to access, someone tried to access this form over here, he will get a 404 not found. And but once I add a question over here, let's suppose I add a question, so I'll say on the same question it would be a rating type question. And after this, if I refresh, I will see the questions over here. And let's add another question, so I'll just say what is your email, and I'll say it's an email type question and it's a required question. So after this, one more thing, we can change the ordering of these by just dragging this up or down. So I'll want the email first, and then I would want what would you rather rate the leather quality. And after this, if I go back and try to access this form, now I can see this. So what is my email? I can just say shashwat@gmail.com, and I'll just say choose a rating, and now I've submitted this form. And if I refresh it, I can see the responses that we have got. To read these responses, what I can do is basically click on this, and I'll get how many responses I got today in a chart type form, and I could see the individual responses by clicking on view. So here you get it, and I could sort these forms based by popularity or newest or the first thing. And I could also delete this form by clicking on here. It will ask a prompt, so confirmation for deleting. So I'll just say I want to delete this, and here we go. So this is my project, and others we could also change some basic settings from here, and delete account from there. This would allow us to edit the form title and description, which we can edit even if we have got responses, and also change the form status from draft to published and published to draft. This is to copy the link of the form and to delete the form. So this was my demo for my project that I have made for ShelfX.